Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, September 9, 2021. Cabinet has approved the development of a national border security policy and strategy for Jamaica. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Courtney Williams, says the policy will lay out how government responds to emerging and existing vulnerabilities in the border security landscape.
The policy will seek to enhance our borders through improving cross-sectoral cooperation among key stakeholders, inclusive of our regional and international partners. It will seek to enhance border intelligence gathering capabilities, data sharing, risk assessment, and the development of responsive security protocols.
Other objectives of the policy are to promote coherence and cohesiveness in border security, as well as to modernize and streamline the legislative framework.
This policy also represents a key priority of the government to disrupt the drugs for guns trade as well as the food for guns trade, and to bolster our own capacity as a country to fight transnational organized crime and these criminal networks. Further, the policy seeks to provide a more cohesive approach to responding to risk, to trade and commerce, the blue economy, and public health emergencies of international concern.
The Permanent Secretary was addressing the Ministry's Border Security Policy and Strategy Stakeholder Retreat at the AC Marriott Hotel on Wednesday. Government has launched an Agriculture Trade Enforcement Advisory Mechanism, a team aimed at removing unjustifiable trade restrictions to make it easier for stakeholders to access international markets. The A-team is expected to strengthen collaboration among key stakeholders such as the Agriculture Ministry, the Bureau of Standards, JMEA, JAMPRO, and the private sector. Among its goals is making it easier for small and medium-sized exporters to report non-tariff barriers and find solutions. Additionally, the A-team will seek to increase market penetration for agriculture and agro-processing products. During the recent virtual launch, Agriculture Minister Floyd Green emphasized that external demand for Jamaican agricultural produce and value-added items continues to increase despite the COVID-19 pandemic. In that context, he says the A-team is critical to the ministry's efforts to prioritize export expansion. Jamaica has been elected to chair the Latin American and Caribbean Forestry Commission, LACFC. The Jamaica's Conservator of Forests and Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Department, Ainsley Henry, will serve as president of the body for the next 2 years. He was elected unopposed during the opening day of the 32nd session of the LACFC, which is being hosted virtually by Jamaica from September 6 to 10. Mr. Henry says his appointment as president of the commission is a recognition of the leadership role played by Jamaica in regional forestry matters. Meanwhile, Minister of Environment and Climate Change Pernell Charles Jr. is affirming Jamaica's resolute commitment to the sustainable management of forest resources. The minister was opening the 32nd session of the Latin American and Caribbean Forestry Commission, LACFC.
Forests provide essential resources for development of many sectors, from health to education to recreation to our heritage and so much more. We are the country that is defined as the land of wood and water. So it is a source of income as well for many rural communities in Jamaica.
The LACFC is a statutory body of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, which meets biennially to advise member countries on their forestry programs. And finally, the National Water Commission, NWC, says it will be donating 10 tablets to one school in each of the 14 parishes to support online learning and teaching. President of the NWC, Mark Barnett, made the disclosure at the agency's recent press briefing. He says 140 devices in total will be distributed to the target schools.
Our regional managers are keen to work closely with those institutions, especially assessing the needs that exist in those communities. This, we believe, is part of demonstrating our fulsome support of the community and how we ensure that community upliftment is achieved through education.
Mr. Barnett adds that the NWC administers more than $13 million in scholarships, educational grants, and sponsorships, including a technology assistance program in which children of its staff can participate. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.